Hey everybody, this is Wolfenout, and welcome back to Clash Royale. We're doing something a little different today, where I'm just going to show you some recorded footage as I narrate over it, which is something different than what I normally do. Now let me show you this deck I've been using here. It's the Ultimate Siege deck with the Mortar and the Deck-Xbow. We've got, of course, our defense there in the Infernal Tower. We have Log, Ice, Golem, Mega Minion, Fireball, and Archers. And I saw somebody in the top of the leaderboard using this deck, so I decided I would give this deck a shot, and I've got a whole bunch of wins. This got me up to like 4,500 or 4,600. Now this footage was recorded before the update, so you don't have the super powerful elite barbarians and you don't have all that stuff. So just so you guys know, and as I'm recording this, the season has just reset, but I just wanted you guys to sort of know what we were doing. I'm sort of looking around here. What deck do I want to use? I thought you can see I'm at 4469 right now as I'm trying to decide here what deck I want to show you, which battle. Okay, so as we get into this first battle against X-Man, this is actually one of my clan mates, but I wanted to show you this battle because of some of the crazy stuff that happens. Now he's using that Hog Rocket deck, so I'm just going to start off. I don't really have a huge choice here, so I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Ice Golem. And I think he makes a huge mistake here. He rockets. There's no value there. So I instantly place on the other lane. I start putting the troops down. Now, he delayed a little bit long. He should have put something. He waited. I think he was nervous. He wasn't sure what to put. He didn't want my Mega Minion attacking. And then he smartly tries to put that Hog on the other side. Unfortunately, I have an Infernal Tower, and boom! And then we log those. So it was a nice effort there in the beginning. I think that first rocket, though, was just not a very smart move. Of course, now he doesn't know I have the Deck-Xbow, which can be one of the great things about this deck. Is that you come back here with a new card. You're like, oh, I've got another siege card. And so I decided just to do it instantly and put down the Ice Golem. And it worked, because then he goes way crazy here with not only the Mega Minions, or I mean the Minion Horn, but also the Infernal Dragon. Unfortunately, because those are ground units, I did a ton of damage. And he sends that lone miner on the left side trying to do damage. I ignore it because I felt like it just wasn't worth it at that point. I'm more focused on wanting to take down that tower now. He's ready to use that rocket. He was ready this time. Now, this time he just full-on uses it on the tower, which means he's basically decided that he knows he can't defend that tower. And so he's just going to give it up. And I realize that means I need to quickly start taking the other tower. Unfortunately, the Deck-Xbow attacked the Valkyrie over there, so it took a little bit longer to go ahead and do some damage to his tower. So I fireball those, and still managed to hold on to it a little bit longer. Of course, I am now very elixir deprived, but I go hardcore. He's going strong. He's just like, look at him. Look at, he's just saying he wants that tower. I miss one of those goblins. He gets some nice damage there because of that. But, again, in not defending, it also meant that I got to just do a crap ton more damage to that tower. So, yes, that tower on my left is looking like it is going to go down pretty quick if he does it, if I don't defend it. But his left tower is almost destroyed too. Of course, a siege deck is more difficult when you're going up against. And he takes it. But I've already got my tower down. And I've got, there we go. And there goes the 2 crown. And it didn't matter. So I think he hesitated, and he had a misuse of some of his rockets. And with only 10 seconds left, this one is pretty easy to defend. He's not getting a 3 crown, but that's what it seemed like he was kind of going for. It was a 3 crown. With that much time left, you're just not going to get it. And that was a good match with one of my clanmates, X-Man. So now we're going to go ahead and get into our next battle. Dun dun dun. Now this battle is going to be against Lollipop Kid, who is also one of my clanmates. You know, I think I may have been using this in a tournament that we were running, maybe. I can't remember now. And you can see he's using a Hog Tornado deck. And I don't think he knows what's coming up. I think that must be what we were running a tournament. So I'm looking at what I've got. Let's start with Archers. Let's build up. Of course, the Archers versus the Musketeers no good, so I just go ahead and throw this on the other side. He uses a poor tornado, but I have nothing to stop his Hog. So his Hog basically is going to take that down. And on the left, you see that Musketeer and a Prince. I am in trouble. I'm like, oh crap, I have nothing for this. And he takes out one of my archers. I put the archers down, but I can't stop it. And he gets the charge hit and a second hit on that tower. Now I've done some good damage to his right side, so we're sort of just trading damage at this point, but still it was a little devastating. I was like, no, I couldn't stop him. Now I know he's got that prince. Of course, he doesn't know. Does he? I don't really. I was a pain enough to. Does he know I have both those cards? Okay, now he puts down 6 elixir, so I put down 6 elixir. And now I wanted to defend against those, but I was actually worried about that double lane push there, about what was coming, and so I'm just desperately trying to stop these things. And then he puts the lumberjack, another fast-moving troop, and that one elite barbarian, and this is before the elite barbarians were buffed. So that one elite barbarian and that lumberjack just demolished that tower. Now that log was worthless. It barely does any damage to that. It can't knock back a mortar, and it doesn't do enough damage to make it worth it. So that was a poor play, but I guess it was like all he had. So he should have just saved up his elixir and held off. So he takes that down. At this point, I'm in the lead. I do not want him getting damage, but I misplay that, and that archer, I mean that musketeer gets full damage. So now he knows he desperately wants that second tower. Now I just want to take these things out before, but they have so much health. I thought I logged. I guess I didn't, but I managed to take them out, and then I want to fireball this just because I want to hold on, but I guess I don't, or I took too long there to get it. But we're getting that second tower down pretty nice. Of course, I have a nice defense, but then he brings in the prince. So I missed my log. Oh no, I did hit the log there. I did. I was gonna say I just missed it, so I stopped. The point was just to stop his. Okay, I don't know why did I do that. That was a poor choice, because she is just going to town on that. That was a poor mortar play on my part there. And now, so that left tower just went down. He's smart, pushing there. I screw up and put my Infernal tower way too far. It does not draw, and he gets huge damage. And then he throws that tornado. I have to fireball. And right now, I know that I'm in a precarious position because this is not good. Look, he puts the prince on the left because he doesn't have to put it in front, which I always forget when I play this deck. But I always think they're going to have to attack from the front, but they don't. So he's definitely winning right now, and I'm in the precarious position of trying to have to do a siege deck with one tower gun, which is always extremely difficult. Tornadoes wasn't really worth it. Alright, so now I'm going to go for the X-Bow, and this, I do it again. I put it in front when that doesn't do me any good. Luckily this time, though, he didn't have any ground troops. I was able to fireball that, and without the ground troops, it does damage. So then I'm like, yo, let me do this now, but that lumberjack goes to town. And then it turns on the hog, so I get nothing for... I can take the hog out faster. Now, we're both desperate here as we're in overtime. We're a minute into overtime. We're desperate to take these second towers. Do I log this? Yeah, I log it just to stop it, but I think... Oh, and then I put down my... Now, he tries to pull everything together, just mess it up, but he actually brings things within range. I'm like, you think you're going to 3-crown? That's what's going to happen? So I'm not going to let him 3-crown me. I'm like, no, that's not going to work. But he's really trying hard. He had a rage in, he gets his musketeers in there, full musketeer. We both log, we go to town, but at the same time, I'm also putting down my X-Bow. And then I put down the Ice Guard on the wrong side again, but because he was using air troops, he didn't stop it from doing damage, and I am able to take the tower. Dun 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 dun. It was a good feeling against another one of my clanmates. Poor Lollipop Kid, but thanks, man. Thanks, Lollipop Kid, for indulging me and allowing me to have a deck to play. Now, in this next match, we're going up against someone finally who's not in my clan. This is on the ladder against MMO 520. So he's running a Sparky deck. So this is going to be an interesting one. Now, he's got a giant, which can make things interesting because with a siege deck, a giant can just be put down and basically soak up all the damage from your siege towers. So at this point, I'm wasting elixir because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I just ultimately decided I'm going to put down this in the middle to try to do some defensive damage, but he puts his giant down way ahead. And then he stuck his minions down. I'm sticking down the Ice Golem. He zaps. I'm trying to stop that. I don't have a zap to play. We get one hit from the mortar. Oh, but the Sparky gets a freaking hit, guys. And so does the giant. So at this point, I can tell you I'm pretty irritated. I'm a little irritated that his Sparky managed to pull one of the hits onto the tower, and I'm thinking, this match is over. I can't stop his giant Sparky. It's over. I get like that in matches, but I'm not giving up. Of course not. So we're going to go ahead and stick this thing down. Now, he does something interesting here. He does nothing, builds up his elixir, then sticks his minion horde, then puts his giant down. Then I just fireball. Now, because he did that so late, the giant isn't soaking the damage up from the X-Bow, and the minions were gone. Now, I know he was trying to build up a big push, and he fireballs there, and he manages to get his giant get 2 hits. So he's already damaging my left tower. It was just a strange move, because it allowed the X-Bow to get a ton of hits on there. And now we're just basically, both of us are reset. So I stick down the mortar, he sticks down the minions. I'm going to stick down the ice golem, and that allows my mega minion to get in there and kill all of them. And we can just get a bunch of hits, which is fantastic. Every hit counts. Now this is only a level 11 mortar. I have the ability to upgrade it to 12. I just don't have the gold. And here he comes in with a big push. Now I stick that Infernal tower way to the right. And then I was nervous it wasn't going to work, so I put down my archers as well. But it stops him beautifully, and I was able to take that left tower. Now, this is a Sparky deck, and anybody who's played a Sparky deck knows that the Sparky deck can sometimes come back like crazy, but I stick this thing down hoping to get the tower before the Sparky is alive. I then stuck on the Ice Golem hoping to distract his Sparky beforehand. So now I've got another defensive mortar down here, but now it's hitting both things. Now I've got this. Right. So, but look, we're not hitting anything anymore. It's like, come on! Now the Mega Minion and the Mortar do both manage to take out that Sparky before it gets another hit, which is a good thing, and I already have a Mortar backup. And we get a shot, and here I fireball, but the Mortar and the fireball is not enough to take out his Sparky. So I'm going to put down my Mega Minion. He saves his log. It's still not enough, but luckily we run out of time. Time's up. And I win the day. Pretty good match there against MMO. Now this last match is insane. This is Joe Bob here. I don't know that it's an Asian name and stuff. I don't know it. But this is Joe Bob with his Lava Hound deck. Now I wanted to include this just because it's one of the most insane matches I've ever had. And the difficulty level with what happens in this match when using a siege deck is off the charts. Now, I, of course, go right on the opposite side, because when he pushes with something big like that, like a Golem or a Lava Hound, it's perfect to push the other side. Now, all he has over there to defend is that Ice Wizard. And I'm thinking, I'm not too bad. I got enough elixir, so I put that down. That'll take him out. He sends in the miner, which means you know you're screwed. And then he comes in with the archers. I put down my archers. Unfortunately, my archers are within range to get hit by his archers. I should have put mine behind the tower. I log, but that doesn't take out the archers. And by the time his first push is done, my tower is under 300 health. And his tower still has over 600. So this is... like, I'm worried right now that he pulled that off in one push. So now I'm getting ready. I'm like, which one do I want to use? Do I want to use the Mortar? I go for the Mortar at the same time he puts his Lava Hound down. Now I know there's only one reason he's sticking. He's already pushing the left side, because he must have lightning. He hasn't played it yet, but he must have it, and he knows he can take out that tower. So here he comes with his big push. He just gives up that tower, basically. He's not worried. I instantly start pushing the other side with an X-Bow, because I know, like I just said, I'm aware that what's going to happen is he's going to take that right tower. So he's pushing hard here on this left tower. He sends in the miner. He's got those skeletons coming in. I love, because I'm freaked out about all those skeletons that are just doing tons of damage. And he doesn't get as good a push as he did the first time, but look at his Ice Wizard on the right that I ignored. The Ice Wizard takes the tower, and he didn't have to use his lightning. So I'm a little bit worried for sure now. So I stick down this, but of course, because now I don't have a tower, I stick that Ice Golem in the wrong spot again. He sticks his Mega Minion up. I try to get those archers, and we get one hit. He doesn't get the tombstone up in time. And I've heard it said that one hit is enough. If you can put down a mortar and get one hit from it, that's pretty good. And he sends in the miner. He's got his Ice Wizard. I've got the Mega Minion down, but look at his towers, under 600, under 500. And we finally managed to stop it. Now, I put my X-Bow down the other side, but it wasn't enough. He just lightninged His tower is all but gone, and with 22 seconds and almost 1,000 damage to go on his right tower, I'm screwed. I put down a mortar. I just managed to get my Infernal tower down in time to distract his Mega Minion, but that one skeleton is still rocking it. There we go, I finally took that out, and that tombstone didn't get in time. So I'm watching it, I fireball because I realized with 5 seconds left, this is it. I log, I also get one more mortar hit, and with that mortar hit and that log, we've taken both towers. So now I have a siege deck in overtime, and there's no towers. So wherever I put this thing, he can defend anywhere. That's not a good sign. So we both, I push again, I put the Ice Golem in the wrong spot, right? And I put my Mega Minion in the wrong spot because, and with all those tombstones, we can't get through. Now here's where he's going to put his Lava Hound down, but he has nothing to support this Lava Hound because he was so busy defending. I can put some more archers down. In the meantime, we're okay. I only have one archer left, and I kind of freak out, so I fireball all that, which actually worked out because he put that miner down, and that could have caused some damage, and then I screw up the Ice Golem. Here we go again. I've reset. He's putting down an ice, or he's put down his Lava Hound, but that doesn't matter anymore, which I think is interesting. We got to take out these skeletons. Now here's where he really misplays. He sticks that down there, his Mega Minion, and then his Ice Wizard over there. And that allows me to take out both of those units. He sticks some archers down at the exact same time I stick down my X-Power, and now we just start doing damage. Now, he's got a Lava Hound on my Crown Tower, but I'm not worried because he has nothing to support it. So now on the right, I start pushing. I've got that archer still on the right. Everything's hitting it. We're going down. He's trying to stop it all, but in the end, I take it. Yes, it was beautiful, guys. So this has been a fun deck. Try it out. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know if you use it. I got up to over 4,500 with this, and then when I was at 4,600, I played it a couple times, and it could still make it work. The hardest thing, of course, is using a Royal Giant deck, or going against a Royal Giant deck with this deck, because the Royal Giant can just stick a Royal Giant down and kills it, and it stops your entire push. So that is a huge problem with this. So what you're going to do now is hit that like button for me, because I would really appreciate it. You can subscribe, you can see all my Clash Royale content and whatever else I put up too. And then again, leave me a comment, let me know, or you try this deck. I've used it in some tournaments as well. Those first 2 matches I think were in a friendly tournament with my clan, and I've won with it in some of those. So I'm just curious to hear your guys' experiences with this Ultimate Siege deck. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you're still liking this, and like always, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!